Hello, my name is Emilio Molina,
My name is Jesus Pais.
and today we are reviewing the Chevy Matty commercial.
We're gonna be talking about like the techniques the advisor used to like persuade us about the car. Obviously, what's being sold is the Chevy, and one of the questions being that was it easy to figure out if he was a shelling? From our experience watching it, or me personally, I think it was hard to figure out that they were selling a car at first because like 90% of the whole commercial was about this lady and their dog. So it's kind of hard to, figure out the whole thing was about a Chevy. I mean, at one point I thought Chevy was a dog's name. So yeah,
In addition to that, a Chevy vehicle only appears in two instances, and that's when the family is using it, which is right here, and at the end when it was actually being advertised. So in the point of view of someone who has never seen this commercial before, I would say like at first I would think it's about a medicine for dogs or pets in general.
yeah. Then there's the mood of the commercial. I mean, I thought it was kind of sad. They have like sad music playing in the background. The lighting is kind of like warming, it gives you a sense of warmth. And there's a lot of like slow frames and stuff, you know, like little scenes where there's like a pause and like dramatic music playing in the back. So yeah, like, the general mood was gloomy in my opinion.
In addition to that, it's just a story about how a lady has to put down her dog.
To continue, the visual images that they use to sell the product, I mean, they don't really show that many images of the product themselves, but what they do show does tend to like distract you from what the actual product is. Like them showing us like a family and this dog, distracts you from like what the actual product is, which is the Chevy.
When they do show a Chevy vehicle, in the first instance, it was just a regular car, so it really wasn't. It wasn't shown as to advertise to the viewer. Although at the second instance, it was, as it's shown with good lighting and the sun in the background and the family around it. So yeah.
Like with watching this, you'll probably be more distracted with like looking at the dog than the actual car itself. Like I didn't even know this was a
And the
car
story in
commercial until the
general.
very end.
Yeah.
Yeah. The next one would be who would this advertisement most likely appeal to? I can see this appealing to a family, like a family of four. And the reason I say this is because the car they're promoting is an SUV. So like SUVs are technically for families because they have like two rows of seats and stuff like that. But yeah, I think it would appeal to that.
In my opinion, I think the target audience is more for people who are looking for things that are reliable. Um, and the connection that this commercial makes with the Chevy vehicle and best friends is that they're both reliable. So just like how you want a best friend to be reliable, you want your vehicle to be reliable. So that's why I believe it says a best friend for a life's journey at the end while showing the Chevy vehicle to show the similarities between the dog and the car.
Yeah. There were actors used in the commercial, but I mean they don't really provide that much to the overall product that they're trying to sell, which is the SUV. But besides that, I mean, there could have been better ways and like more effective ways to present their automobile, which is the Chevy. So yeah.
I believe they emphasized and showed too much of
Oh,
a
the story.
story. Yeah.
Yeah, the
And
story was covered by
and
overshadowed the car.
I'm pretty sure that more than 85% of the commercial was actually just a story instead of
Yeah,
actual advertisement.
pretty much. The overall advertisement of the commercial was, I say, horrible. I think this commercial like genuinely sucks. It didn't provide, like, I didn't know this was a Chevy commercial to the very end, so they killed the dog.
What I would rate the commercial in a scale of 1 to 10, I would rate it a 3 because overall it really doesn't appeal to customers. It doesn't show anything about the car. It just says it's reliable, and even though it says it's reliable, it hints towards it being reliable. You have to look into the meaning of like the correlation between the dog and the car, saying it's a best friend, and you know how best friends are supposed to be reliable and how the car is reliable as well. But like, to a regular audience that's just watching TV, they wouldn't see that. So yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think what they could have done to make the commercial more persuasive is like actually showing the car itself and maybe like showing the car perform, like how it would do on a road. You know, maybe showing the interior because this is an SUV. So like a family of four would comfortably buy a car that from a commercial. It shows how good it is.
Yeah.
But
Especially
besides that, I mean,
specifications and stuff like that.
you don't really get much from showing a family of four, and then showing the car for like 2 seconds after the dog dies. But besides that, I think after viewing the ad, I wouldn't buy this product. I think most people wouldn't buy this product viewing the ad. I don't think people realize what the product is in this ad most of the time. I feel like you probably get lost in the story before you even realize it's a Chevy commercial. I mean, I thought this was a Chevy. Like, I didn't think this was a Chevy commercial. I thought this was about the dog and like.
And the sad story, yeah. All right.
Yeah. Thank you for watching.